What's going on, Aries? It's Robin here. Welcome to your November 2021 mid-month tarot card reading. I'm going to be using the Starman Tarot card deck, and I'm just going to start shuffling this while I give you a bit of the lowdown of what's going on with your mid-month. So I already did your reading, okay? And I used the Star Guide spread like I always do for mid-month. So then I went and I sat outside with Lacey. She's busy over here having a nap. Sitting outside, and from my spirit guides, who have zero filter, by the way, I heard a voice that said, just go and delete that garbage, okay? And I was like, okay. I didn't even watch it. I was given the guidance to not use the spread this time for the mid-month, so I trust my spirit guides 100%, so I'm just redoing your reading, not using the tarot spread. So apparently there's a more powerful message that needs to come through. So let's honor our guides and see what they really want to say without being sort of, I got the message that they were constrained by the spread. Okay. So anyway, this is for Aries and Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Hope you guys enjoy. Remember to subscribe and send me a comment, all that good stuff. Let's see. Okay, let's just go, Aries. All right, it's go time, Aries. So this is really odd, okay? So this card also came out in the last reading that I did, but it came in a different position. So this is the Nine of Swords. And look at this. Like, this really reminds me of, you guys ever see that movie, War of the Worlds? And wasn't there a very simple solution to the problem that was going on? I can't remember the entire movie, but it was like there was just a very simple answer and everything was eradicated. All the sort of monsters, like the aliens, the terrors, you know, this is what the Nine of Swords represents. There's some sort of monstrous terror kind of, nice reading. Thanks. Thanks, spirit guides. And it's like enveloping you. Like, look at this character. Like, this is very dark. And so it's like your persona. It's like, yeah, I got this. Everything's cool. You're the typical Ram. You're like, yeah, I've got it going on. But there is this. The words I'm getting is like a monster within you. Okay. Yikes. Okay. So I didn't get this feeling during the last reading. I'm actually getting goosebumps. And when that happens for me, I know it's kind of like there is a little bit of applause from the spirit guides, because they're like, yeah, you really nailed the interpretation. So what are we going to do about that, Aries? Okay. Aries are born to perform. Okay. So why is this being hidden? I'm really interested to see what's going on here for Aries. All right. Seven of Swords. Hold on. I'm just going to sit with this card for a second, and I'm just going to look at it, and I'm going to just tap into my guides right now. Okay. So just very fascinating sort of UFO thing. Hold on. I'm just going to let this gel, okay? Just a sec. As soon as I paused, all this information started coming in. Okay, so here's what I'm getting. There's a certain fear of success opposing, I'm getting the words diametrically opposed, the yearning for success, your breakthrough moment, okay? It feels like for some of you, or a lot of you, that there is some deep, dark secret that you've been keeping, and that's all right. I think everybody deserves to be able to keep their own secrets, not share things, but, you know, with the way that everything is so publicized and everybody can just Google you or whatever, you know, it's like there's no room to hide anymore. Okay, so with the Seven of Swords, there is this glass case built around somebody that you no longer are anymore. And by achieving what you want to achieve, by getting closer to somebody, say if it's a romantic relationship, you might have to show them a side of you or a chapter of your life that you don't want to talk about anymore, okay? Or you just like, whoa, what if they reject me? So there's this whole thing here. You know, if you want to get famous, if you want to do whatever, and you have to get a background check, there's some part of you that you don't want other people or the general public to find out about you, okay? Fascinating thing about this card, and now that I'm looking at it here, it looks a little bit different, okay? So I was looking at the card, and from the angle that I had it at, I don't know if I'm going to be able to replicate that. This is obviously this person's leg, okay? But it looked like there was like this, it was shifting into sort of this warrior, this tiny little warrior, okay? So it's like you guys have your persona and then another layer underneath it, you know, that is a little bit nervous, and then underneath that, and it just gradually kind of gets darker and darker, and then right at the core of this is that inner warrior, okay? So it's a very complex energy. So you have to get to the point where you don't care what anybody else thinks about you. If you want to be famous, you're going to be famous. If you're going to find somebody to love you, they're going to love you. You know, no matter what happened. Every single person has a dark side. Every single person has secrets. You're entitled to yours. You can share what you want. And if something gets exposed, let's say if you are looking for sort of the spotlight or whatever, I mean, look at all the stupid stuff that famous people have done, honestly. And they're still like at the top of their game. Everybody's like, yeah, that's okay. So why are you sweating this on yourself? Okay, so it's because you haven't forgiven yourself for it yet. Ooh, boom, there it is. You have not forgiven yourself for something. So you in turn think that other people will not be able to forgive you. Interesting. So you've got this little warrior within you trying to punch its way out of all these layers of darkness that you can see with the Nine of Swords. And you just have to get to this place where it's like, that's okay that that happened, you know? I can't do anything about it now. Why is my future hinging on something that happened like, who knows how long ago? Like, I'm 56, so there's stuff going like entirely too far back. You know what I mean? So you just have to be able to stand on top of your truth, okay? So let's pull another card here for you guys. And things can be very cathartic when you don't have to hide them anymore, okay? So you do have the Ace of Wands here. So you're going to have to build some sort of, I got the word trespass for some reason. Oh, they meant trellis. So that these ideas can come, like this is you, all right? This is like, this card sums up Aries right here and now. And it's like you guys are being handed this, I think chalice is the wrong word. Okay, what is the word here? Like scepter. Okay, so there's a scepter of greatness coming in. Ace of Fire. But there's this memory that is holding you back. You could be here. You could be here. You could be in various combinations, and then when it's time to perform, oh, let's zip on this suit of confidence and I'm gonna be cool. Feels really good. But there's kind of like this night terror type of thing going on here for you guys. So what is so bad anyway about your past that you can't get over enough to let other people get over it with you? So that you guys can, and I forgot the word already, grab this scepter of your fame, of your fortune, of your wild romantic dreams, okay? So honestly, you just can't care what anybody thinks. Other people's opinion of you, whatever, you know, just shake it off. You guys are stronger than that. Like, your destiny is being blocked by something probably inconsequential to the rest of the world, but you're really hung up on it, okay? And like I said before, it's just you haven't forgiven yourself or someone else, or you together with that other person, you know, some sort of combination. And it's created this great big monstrous secret, you know? You got to get past that. I'm going to pull one more card here for you guys, all right? This is what you guys need to know, okay? People are going to celebrate you. They're going to celebrate your bravery, your compassion, your dedication. This is like how you can turn something that happened to you that you consider to be a deep, dark, monstrous secret. You can turn it into the thing that actually saves your life, okay? So as November mid-month approaches, it's going to be time for you guys to do whatever you need to do. Like if you don't want anybody else to know about your secret, maybe you just want to write it down, like do a little bit of a journal or whatever, and then burn it under the full moon. Do something, incinerate it, you know, get it off your chest. Find some method of catharsis. If you want to stand up and talk about it, so many people have been through what you've been through. There's going to be a real family around you of people coming from everywhere and holding you up, you know. It's kind of like those people that they jump into the audience when they're singing and the audience carries them. There's that absolute faith that people will carry you to, Aries. It's time to like really just shine a big bright spotlight into the darkest crevices of your heart and mind. And let that stuff go, okay? Let that stuff go. Let it go, Aries, because your ultimate destiny is waiting for you on the other side of a recovery from something, angel number 1212, that you're beating yourself for probably nothing about, but it's grown into such a legend, okay? So you're the legend. You are. You, okay? Not your secret. Your secret's not the legend. You are, okay? You are legend, Aries. Gonna go. Bye.